Hello guys, my name is Pedro, I'm from Brazil and this is my final project. I tried to learn more about game developing using Python since has 50 class about it and I ended up getting to developing games in this language which was pretty cool. Just started to create widgets that could manipulate content, so I created a window to display the whole game, inside of which I created a label that is in charge of displaying the score whenever the snake eats the food and increases its size, and a canvas that is in charge of actually displaying the whole dynamic for my game. This is the classic Snake game. The challenge to develop this was to learn how in code we can make objects move in the screen, so I started learning all about displaying widgets with Python, using the Tkinter library. I use object-oriented programming to manipulate the food in the game, which is a oval created. It has to be generated randomly every time someone runs the code that could be done using the random library. I specifically created a class for the snake and another one for the food so I could reorganize and its attributes and methods for each one separated and then use it later in the code. What I did to make the snake move was creating a function that will increase and decrease the coordinates in the x-axis and the y-axis when a command from keyboard is toggled on, like going up, down, left, or right. I thought that many times I could use the snake's speed, so I created a constant that values can be changed only one time in the code, not every time it appears. It was kind of a design decision, but it's funner to those who want to make the experience easier or harder. I had to check all the types of collisions that could end at the game, so I created a function to check it that basically checks if the coordinates or whatever it touches that shouldn't have coincides. And finally, I created a function to end the game. So every time you lose, it is displayed game over in the screen. That literally works deleting every time that is currently in the canvas. That is the same principle we use if I was to make a text editor, for example, and wanted to delete everything, or in other words, making it disappear from the screen. This was my Snake game project using Python.